Hello everybody, just wanted to show some coins that I recently purchased from an auction that I was bidding on. Unfortunately the auction did not have shipping, and so I had to drive quite a ways to pick this lot up. There was about $700 worth of stuff I was bidding on. Unfortunately, a lot of people were willing to pay much more than I was willing to pay for some of these items, and I ended up spending about $330 after everything was said and done. And I want to just show you a couple of things that I picked up from there, and give you an idea of what I paid for some of these items. So to start off, let's look at 2023 piece dollar picked up. If you haven't seen one of these, pretty neat pieces, and they carry a decent premium on them. So there's a 2023 piece dollar. Sorry about bumping the camera. Excellent condition, still got the mint packaging, all that good stuff. Picked this up for $45. Pretty good price, in my opinion, for that year. Next piece I picked up was actually only cost me $5. Some people might think I overpaid for this, but I don't ever see the Susan B. Anthony's in the original mint packaging. This is a 1999 proof Susie, and still has the COA in the case it came in. $5. I thought that was a pretty good deal there. And then I bought a couple of lots full of commemorative stuff. Didn't really care for a lot of the commemorative stuff in there, but each commemorative lot had one item in there that I wanted, so you kind of bid on it, and then you get a bunch of stuff that you don't really care to have. But there's a souvenir $50 redeemable in trade before June 20th, 1969. And like I said, I picked this this auction was in Iowa, so there's quite a bit of Iowa commem stuff in here, but that was one of them. Here we have an American Bicentennial, another Iowa commem, the Liberty Bell. I actually like this one. This is a pretty cool commem that I didn't have my eye on, but was happy to pick that up. Another commemorative AFA Collector Series F-16 Fighting Falcon. Some Air Force Association tokens. Another AFA. Educate, advocate, support. Like that motto, and some pretty cool coins. And you had a cool commemorative Friendship Through Numismatics 1968. From a coin club, and this had a really cool design on the reverse. I don't know the value of any of these coins. These are all the extras that I ended up picking up with various stuff that I wanted, along with this one as well. Numismatics, a symbol of history and education. Love that motto. It's really cool. And this is from the Maple City Coin Club in Michigan, 1969. Another really cool commem. This was one of the items that I actually wanted that was paired with some of the commems. This is a $1 we will never forget. Freedom Tower, July 4, 2004. In God We Trust. This one was a little interesting. I'm pretty sure this is actual silver. It's kind of hard to read on there, but it talks about World Center Recovery Silver. So it doesn't specify how much, the weight, or anything like that. So this is something that I'll have to get tested just to figure out a little bit more information on it. And then some of the other stuff that the commems came with were some casino tokens. Not big on the casino tokens, but I know there's a lot of collectors out there, so that's a Vegas casino token. We got the Atlantis Casino Resort, Reno, Nevada. Some cool gaming tokens. And then I know quite a bit of people have seen these, but these came as $1 for 4 of these. Really cool commemoratives. We got Lincoln, Some information about Lincoln on the backside. We got FDR. I like these commems, especially for a buck. Not bad. We got George Washington. Peace and friendship. Really like that. And then the last one for these ones, yeah, Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. And then this was another peace and friendship. Really cool coin. And it was funny to find this one. This was actually in one of the small lots of commemoratives. This UK 5 shillings. Kind of surprised to see that in there. And got some cool edge lettering. Anything with edge lettering I'm a fan of. I will bear unto you faith and truth. And I'm almost certain these are silver. This is dated 1953. I'm kind of blanking right now, but I'm almost positive this is silver. And then we had some Morgans here, some fake Morgans. That's all right. I didn't buy them because they were Morgans. I bought them because they are hobo dollars. I've only seen hobo nickels. So I thought this was cool that somebody had got their hands on some Morgans, some fake Morgans, and then carved these designs into them. These were only $5 a piece, so I was like, I know I would like to keep one and give one to my brother, and then try to get rid of the other two, but they're all the same design on these ones. Nothing special, just really cool piece, in my opinion at least. And then, like I said, there are a few of them. At first I thought they could possibly be real, but there's just too many weird things that were going on with them. The width of it didn't seem right, the sound didn't seem right, and I thought that might be something to do with the design on the front side, but a few different tests realized they are not real. I'm glad I did not pay full price for them, or I'd be a little upset, but that's just how it goes sometimes. It looks like the last commemorative piece that we actually had is going to be this San Francisco, dated 1915. And I forget which country, but I know this is a design for a specific country. It says right here, Argentina. I just think that's really awesome. Two hands clasping each other with holding up a cap and pole, the Phrygian cap at the top. To me, that was really neat. This is something I wasn't intending on keeping for my token or medal collection, but just due to this back side of it, this will go into my token and medal collection, my personal collection. And then we got a lot of really fun stuff here. Nothing super crazy, but I paid $1 for probably like 5 or 6 of these, so pretty cool. This is a Kennedy Looks at Lincoln. It's a stamp on there. I mean, for these to only be about 50 cents a piece, for me it was definitely worthwhile. I've seen these sell for a couple of bucks. This one's got the outline, state outline of Nebraska on it. I also picked one up that had the state outline of Louisiana and ended up giving that to one of my friends. This one's got the moon landing on it. Details are a little bit hard to make out on that one, but still interesting and neat. Somebody will like it. We got Lincoln smoking the pipe. He's got a little pipe hanging from his mouth and then little smoke rings floating up above it. Really cool. And these are also in good condition, so made it that much easier for me to want to pick them up. Got another Kennedy Looks at Lincoln. Another moon landing. Those moon landing ones are tough to make out. These are also just thrown in there. I don't really care for the colorized coins. I mean, they're neat, but I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. It's still neat, but it's 2009. This is the Lincoln series. I guess that's the one. His presidency. We got the log cabin one, also from the same series in 09. Got Lincoln smoking a cigar. I just think these are cool. This was a foreign coin that was in there. I haven't attributed this coin yet. I did take a quick look, and I'm almost certain this is a Taiwan coin. Having trouble specifically attributing this one. I think it's a Taiwan one because the same design I've seen on a couple of Taiwan coins, but when I was doing the research, I could not quite find the pattern design with the sun on the back side of it. So we will see about that one. This just kind of junk that was in there. It looks like it was they were trying to attribute it in 1880 something. UK 1 penny, Great Britain 1 penny. Kind of see the date in there, and then it just disappears. But I don't know why this one was saved. I'm guessing that year is very valuable, but I have quite a bit of these UK 1 pennies, the old ones. So it'd be interesting to see why that ended up in a flip. Maybe somebody just liked how flat it was and thought it was a cool effect, and maybe that's why it ended up in there. Here we got a Mexico 20 centavos. Really great details. Really sharp details in it. Really cool coin. A couple of those other Kennedy ones in there. Just interesting packaging for it. Nothing special, but figured somebody would like to pick those up. Same thing. These are Lincoln looks like Kennedy. At my local antique mall, I see these sell for like $10. It's probably why they have a whole stack of them. Nobody's gonna pay for that. But yeah, picking these up for a quarter to 50 cents a piece is, in my eyes, a great deal. And we got one last one. Actually looks like it's outline of the United States. Really cool, and looks like there's a Liberty Bell on the left side of Lincoln there. And then it's just got a bunch of different dates and what occurred on those dates, front and back, and it is almost like a pamphlet, so a lot of information on there. I just like stuff that has a bunch of historical information on it. You know, that's one of the reasons I got into coins, was researching and learning, and just moving along like that, and this gives me a great opportunity to do so. And so when I see informational packets like that, I just really want to pick them up because I think it's cool. These next few items are going to be a little bit tougher to display on screen, but we have the Morgan silver dollar. Unfortunately, it's going to be upside down for y'all just because it is a giant piece of cardboard. 1878. These are kind of a gamble because the pictures for the auction were really terrible, and with it being almost 9 hours away from me, I'm not going to preview it. So I just got to bid, make smart bids. So this is one of the only Morgans I did not get squeezed out on as far as bidding goes. It's 1878. If I remember correctly, I thought it was an S, but let's see if we can get it to show up on camera. You can't read it on camera, but I can see it. It is an S, 1878 S. Nothing too crazy with it. It's really worn condition. It was kind of hard to tell from the pictures if I knew it was this worn. Might not have picked it up, but for $34, wasn't bad. I don't have the any 78 yet, so I'll pop this out and be one step closer to finishing my at least my Morgan dollars, one for every year. Still got a little ways to go on that though. Another cool piece picked up is these Walking Liberty coinage, and so we have the 1946 half dollar, and then 50 years later we have the 1996 ASE. Not a big collector of the ASEs, unless it's maybe some of the key dates. That's why I got this 96. They definitely carry a bit more of a premium. and overall it looks really good in the capsule. I think there's some scratches. I think it's on the outside plastic, but really cool. And then this is also a little informational piece. So a little brief summary of 1946. We got GMP, unemployment rate, inflation, all types of really cool information on there. And then you go to the other side, and it gives you some of the same information, the updated for that year. So in 96, you got a gallon of gas at $1.29. And then 1946, it was 10.4 cents for a gallon of gas. So I thought that was a neat piece. And then it goes on to having another little summary for 1946, and then on the side 1996. Really cool pieces. I got another one that was almost identical to that, but it's the 1944 Walking Liberty half, and then the 1994 ASE. Picked this one up for two reasons. One, 94 is my birth year, and then 94 is also one of the other dates for the ASCs to carry a bit of a premium. And I think I only paid, I think it was $45, might have been 50 max for these. So to me, that was a great deal. Now, I'm not looking to make money on any of this stuff. Some of this is strictly for my collection, and then to pass on to somebody else to help fund my next adventure in coin collecting and numismatics. Really cool. Next, we had the only piece dollar I picked up. Picked this one up for I think it was 31, maybe 32 bucks. So it looked in much better condition. I was a little upset to see this one in person. But 32 bucks for piece dollar stamp. Interesting little display card. Thought it was cool. International Cooperation Year. Historic stamp commemorating the International Cooperation Year was issued June 26, 1965. 20th anniversary of the United Nations. Really neat. And then it goes into 1926, talking about Court of International Justice. Really cool information on there. And one piece I did pick up to try to make all of this worthwhile, surprisingly, was something I wasn't even bidding on initially. I started getting outbid on quite a bit of the lots, and was worried that I was going to be driving out to Iowa for no reason, wasting my money, when I could have just bought some of this stuff online. But this one piece, along with a few other ones, definitely made it all worthwhile. And so what we have here is a mint set for the Bahamas. And as you can see, I wish it was still in the packaging, but this will do. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. We got 9 coins total. Nobody wanted this set. When I stumbled across this a couple hours before the lot had ended, or the auction had ended, this was still available, and the max bid on this was about $3. So I quickly looked it up because it looked interesting to me, and quickly found out some of these are real silver coins. Real silver, real silver, real silver, real silver. And let me grab my sheet real quick because I was just looking at this the other day. Let's see. There it is. So this $5 piece here, this is actually actual silver weight. It's 1.25 ounces of silver. So this is $40 a melt, just for this one coin. I don't like talking about coins regarding melt value, but if it's a real silver coin, that's where the price should start, and it should only go up from there depending on the coin. So just really interesting. That was a 1.25. This is 0.88 ounces of silver. And so the silver value at spot pricing for this entire set is $96. And I bought the mint set for $9. So pretty great deal overall, I would say. And I was actually, if I do get rid of this down the road, this one item will cover my gas for there and back, so I'm happy with it. Some of the toning on these are not very attractive, so as far as carrying any more of a premium, it's going to be a little difficult, even though these coins are still in great condition. They're just some toning, which sometimes will add value, in my opinion, for this set. It's kind of taking away some of the value just because, like, as I mentioned, it's not very attractive toning on it, but nonetheless, these are some nice coins in great condition. I'm kind of shocked that it would have sold for just a couple of bucks. I mean, I got it for 9, so. And then these bottom 4 coins, they're not silver, but still beautiful designs, cool shapes for coinage. This one I thought was silver. It's got some weight to it, but I did check, and in fact, it is not silver. Another really cool shape for a coin. Guess I'll turn it up right for you. Still a nice one. You got the pineapple for the Bahamas. Then we got a nice little sailboat. Really cool. And so the last thing that I won't be showing, but I just want to mention was one last item that I picked up. I spent about $30 on a couple of bags of raw foreign coins. And if I had to guess the weight on it, it was probably between 9 to 10 pounds of foreign coins, all raw in a bag. I can't show you those right now because I'm currently sorting through them, cataloging them, and trying to figure all that out. But I thought that was a great deal, just because a lot of times I see raw foreign coins. Usually it's anywhere from $12 upwards to $20 for a pound. So I was very happy to secure almost 10 pounds of foreign coins for 30 bucks. And I've found some coins in there that are valued anywhere between $20 to $25, with a bunch ranging in the $5 to $8 range. So really happy with that, and got me one step closer to completing my world collection, where I get one coin from every country in a binder. So thank you for viewing. If you like this content, want to see some more, like, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.